Before the Dinosaurs, Episode 3, Echoes of the Ancients. The desert before us was empty, but it was not silent. With every step, we could feel the ground faintly trembling beneath our feet. Aria's device now pulsed with constant flashes of light, following invisible energy lines leading us forward. After a long walk, we reached the edge of a massive fissure in the earth. It was wide, dark, like a wound torn open across the land. From its depths, a muted light pulsed, in a rhythm that felt wrong. Aria carefully examined the surrounding stone walls. Deeply carved into the rock, glowing faintly, were symbols, circles, spirals, markings neither of us could decipher. In the heavy silence, we began to feel it, a presence, not the wind, not the trembling ground, something watching. From the darkness of the fissure, slowly, a creature emerged. It was not a plant. It was not an animal. It was not a machine. It was a fusion of all things known and unknown. Its body shimmered like water in the wind, its form constantly shifting. It did not speak, but we heard it in our minds. The messages were not words. They were visions, ancient worlds, lost experiments, worlds just beginning to breathe. The earth we stood upon was not natural. It had been crafted, prepared, not by humans, but by something older, something still waiting. The being did not attack. It did not approach. It only watched, as if deciding. Aria slowly raised her hand in a gesture of communication. Instinctively, I stepped back. At that moment, the light from the fissure pulsed stronger, and the ground trembled violently. We stood at the edge, caught between the choice to stay and communicate, or run while we still could. I could hear my own heartbeat pounding in my ears. Aria stood firm, her gaze locked on the being, and somehow it responded. A second pulse of light, deeper, colder, resonated through the ground, and suddenly we saw them, figures, shadowed forms moving deep within the fissure, silent, endless, watching. They were not alive, not anymore. Echoes, ghosts of the architects who once shaped this world, or perhaps those who were shaped and forgotten. The air grew heavier, vibrating with a tension so thick I could barely breathe. The creature's form began to fracture, shimmering like a dying star, breaking apart into thousands of tiny lights. And in that moment, I understood. This world was never meant for us. We were trespassers in a graveyard of forgotten gods. Aria lowered her hand slowly. We exchanged a look. No words needed. Some places are not meant to be explored. Some answers are too heavy to carry back. We turned and walked away, the ground quaking softly behind us, the lights fading back into the darkness. But even as we left, I knew, somewhere deep beneath the ancient earth, they were still watching, and they were waiting.